Welcome back to the BL1 webinar series. In today's session, again I am going to discuss with you another set of MCQ questions. You can see which is there in Mixed Bank 3, Mixed Bank 1 and 2 we have discussed in the previous session. In here also multiple choice questions relating to many chapters I am going to discuss. Whenever it is required to touch the theoretical aspect, I will go and discuss at the same point, right. This will really help you again to see whether you have covered all chapters that you need to cover to pass this exam, right. Fine. Question number 1. On 1st September 2016, the business had inventory balance of 380,000. During the month, sales totaled 650,000 and purchase 480,000. On 30th September 2016, a fire destroyed some of the inventories. Fine. The undamaged goods in inventory were valued at 220,000. The business operates with a standard gross profit margin of 30%. Now you need to calculate what? What is the cost of destroyed cost of inventories destroyed in fire? Simple P&L format you can use to resolve this question, right. Sales they have given, cost of sales you have to figure out, cost of sales you have to figure out. How much the sale amount? 650,000. 650,000 sales figure. Cost of sale 1st September 2016 inventory, opening balance inventory, how much? 380,000. Then during the year they have purchased 480,000, purchase plus purchase 480,000 minus closing balance inventory. Closing balance how much? We don't know. You have to figure out. But gross profit margin we can figure out. How? It says 30% margin they are keeping. So 650,000 into 30%, your gross profit will be 195,000. Make up 30% of sales. Sales 100. So this is 70% then, right. So then 650,000, 455,000 is the cost of sales figure. Now you have to figure out closing inventory. How do you figure out closing inventory? So here 380,000 plus 480,000, 860,000 minus 455,000. So closing inventory 405, 405,000. So this is the closing inventory balance, right, closing inventory balance. So from that we have to figure out destroyed inventories. $405 minus the available balance value they have given 220, 185,000. Is there answer like this? Yes. The correct answer is A, 185,000, right. This is the way you should work out to get the correct answer. You have to start from sales, so then you have to figure out cost of sales first. From that you have to figure out closing inventory and remaining inventory value kadu karapama destroy value ega, step by step you have to go. Question number 2. A company had following transactions. Goods in inventory held at that had cost 1000 was sold for 1500 cash. A credit customer whose 500 debit had been written off paid amount in full. A company paid credit supplier 1000 rupees. What will be the combined effect of this transaction on the company's total net asset? What is the impact on company's total net assets, they are asking. Impact to total net assets. First one, right? What will be the combined effect of to the net asset? They ask. Increase 1000 net asset. All these answers are there, but figure out the answer first. Then we can go to select the correct answer. Goods inventory that had cost 1000 was sold for 1500. So then inventory will be reduced by 1000. Cash will be increased by 1500. එහෙනම් 500 වලින් current assets වැඩි වෙනවා. එහෙනම් net asset වැඩි වෙනවා. First transaction එකේ වැඩි වෙනවා. Second transaction එක net asset වැඩි වෙනවා කියලා. Right? Net current assets වැඩි වෙනවා. A credit customer whose 500 debt had been written off paid the amount in full. Written off කරපු supplier කෙනෙක් customer කෙනෙක් ආයේ සල්ලි ගෙවලා. එහෙනම් current asset වැඩි වෙනවා. මේකෙමත් වැඩි වෙනවා. right? මේ දෙකේම වැඩි වෙනවා එනවා. third one. මොකද write off කරද්දී current asset අඩු කරලා තියෙනවා. debtors write off. write off කරවේ කය හම්බ වෙනවා නා current asset ආයෙ වැඩි වෙනවනේ. correct. right? next one. The company paid to credit supplier. credit supplier එකට pay කරා. එහෙනම් cash අඩු වෙනවා. right? cash අඩු වෙනවා. asset පැත්ත අඩු වෙනවා. ඒ වගේම මොකද වෙන්නේ? liability එකත් අඩු වෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ වැඩි වෙනවා. trade payables අඩු වෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ position එක වැඩි වෙනවා. liability එකක් අඩු වෙනවා. asset එකකුත් අඩු වෙනවා. liability එකක් අඩු වෙනවා. අපි මෙහෙම දාමු. asset එකක් අඩු වෙනවා. liability එකකුත් අඩු වෙනවා. එහෙනම් දෙපැත්තෙම අඩු වෙනවා නේ. දෙපැත්තෙම අඩු වෙනවා. මේකේ impact එකක් නැහැ. no impact. to current ratio impact එක නැහැ. current asset එකකුත් අඩු වෙලා current liability එකකුත් අඩු වෙලා. no impact. එහෙනම් impact එක වෙන්නේ මෙතනින් විතරයි. එහෙනම් total net impact එකේ 1000 වලින් වැඩි වෙනවා. 1000 increase. The correct answer is what? A. Question number 3. Which of the following should appears in the item in the company statement of changes in equity? Changes in equity එක appear වෙන්න ඕනි මොනවද කියලා අහන්නේ. right? Profit for the financial year. Yes, it should appear. Right? It should appear. Income from investments. Income from investments will not appear where? In changes in equity. ඒක appear වෙන P&L එකේ. Dividends paid on redeemable preference shares. Or redeemable preference shares? P&L. It's like interest. Dividend pay එක හරියට interest එකක් වගේ. මොකද redeem කරන එකක් ඉස්සරහට. Dividend paid on equity shares. Yes, that will appear in where? Changes in equity. එහෙනම් 1 and 4 will be appeared in changes in equity, others charged to P&L. right? හොඳට මතක තියාගන්න dividend pay කරන හැම එකක්ම එනවාද changes in equity එකට නෑ. ඒක තමයි learning එක මෙතන තියෙන. Redeemable preference shares අපි ඉගෙන ගත්ත මොනවා වගේද? It's similar to loan. The loan interest එකක් වගේ. Even we call it as a dividend, it's like loan interest. So then you will charge it to P&L, but equity dividends you will recognize where changes in equity statement. So the first one 4 is correct, that reflect in answer B. The correct answer is what? B. Question number 4. The following information is available about company's dividend. Company के dividends ගැන මේ informations ටික දීලා තියෙනවා. අපෙන් අහනවා මොකද්ද? What figures, if any, should be disclosed in the financial statement of profit, company statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income for the year ended 30th June 2016 and the in statement of financial position as at the date. P&L එකේ මොකක්ද දාන්නේ? liability එකේ මොකක්ද දාන්නේ කියලා අහන්නේ අපි. right? කවදටද? 30th June 2016. 30th June 2016 අහන්නේ. දැන් පළවෙනි transaction තියෙනවා September 2015 final dividend for the year ended 30th June 2015 paid declared August 2015. August 2015 වල declare කරලා තියෙනවා. final dividend එක. මේක යනවාද changes in equity profit P&L එකට හරි other comprehensive income එකට හරි නෑ. That will reflect where? Statement of changes in equity එකේ තියෙන්නේ. P&L ට යන්නේ නෑ. right? ඒක liability එකක් වෙන්නේත් නෑ. Interim dividend paid. Interim dividend paid for the year ended ඒකත් කොහෙද යන්නේ? Changes in equity එකට. Final dividend for the year ended June 2016 paid declared in August 2016. That is not a adjustment. That is applicable for the next financial year. So then none of the transaction will record in statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive and statement of financial position. Balance sheet එකට යන්නෙත් නෑ. Income statement යන්නෙත් නෑ. මොකද මේ dividends අපි record කරන්නේ changes in equity, not in profit and loss account. Right? Fine. The correct answer is what then? D. Question number 6. First July 2015 company allowance for receivable. Quickly you can figure out allowance for receivable account. We have done this question many times. For receivable. Right? Allowance for receivable. 30th June 2000 allowance for receivable opening balance 48,000. Lazy හිතන්න එපා. Examiner can difference check this in a different way, right? Fine. 30th June 2016 the trade payable amount, trade receivable amount 838,000. 38,000 is the balance, right? It was decided write off 72,000. 70,000 and a P&L පළවෙනියට entry තමා 72,000. They are asking the P&L amount, sorry, P&L as well as, sorry, balance sheet amount they are asking, right? And these debts and adjust allowance for receivable 60,000. 60,000 allowance for receivable. Closing balance එකක් තියෙනවා 60,000. These are the information if you summarize it. Now the question is what? What are the final amounts for inclusion in the company's statement of financial position at 30th June 2016? Trade receivable balance එක කීයක් වෙන්න ඕනේද? Right? Trade receivable balance, if you have 838,000 minus 72,000, because write off amount you have to reduce 766,000 and you have to deduct 60,000, another 60,000, because that is allowance for receivable closing balance. Net debtor should be in your financial position 706, which means 706,000 is the net debtor balance. Allowance for receivable should be 60,000. Debtor balance should be that I have figured out. Let me take it again. 838 minus 72,000. 766,000. So debtor balance should be 766,000. Allowance for receivables 60,000. Net debtor should be 706,000. Right? Fine. Which reflect where? Net the trade receivable balance 766,000. Allowance for receivables 60,000. Net debtor 706,000. Reflect in answer B. The correct answer is what? B. Question number 7. Which of the following statement about inventory valuation for the statement of financial position purposes are correct? Inventory is correct statement එකයි අහන්නේ. Right? According to ILCS 2, inventories, average cost and FIFO, which means first in first out, are both acceptable method. Yes, correct. එක හරි. ඒක අපි දන්නවා. B, so second answer, inventories of finished good may be valued at labor material only. Completely wrong. Without including overhead. ඒක වැරදි. Inventory should be valued at the lower of cost NRV, yes, and replacement cost. No, replacement cost will not be taken into account. It may be acceptable inventories to be valued at selling price less estimated profit margin. When you deduct estimated selling margin from the selling price, you will derive the cost. So then statement 1 and 4 will be are the correct statements. So then that reflect in answer C. The correct answer is what? C. Question number 8. A business receive a delivery of goods on 29th June 2016, which was included in the inventory at 30th June 2016. Fine. The invoice for goods was recorded in July 2016. So invoice they have recorded in next year, but goods we have received in this year. What is the effect? What effect this have on the business? Business එකේ effects ටික තමයි අහන්නේ. Right? First one, profit for the year ended 30th June 2000 will be overstated. මොකද වෙලා තියෙන්නේ? Here purchases are understated. Purchases are understated because inventory එකේ තියෙනවා මේක. Purchase වල නැහැ. A business received delivery of goods 29 June which was included in inventory June වල තියෙනවා. හැබැයි inventory එකේ තියෙනවා. එහෙනම් inventory එක overstated නේ inventory එක මේ තියෙන්න ඕනේ. Purchase වල නැහැ. Purchase වල නැහැ කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? Purchase වල නැහැ කියන්නේ cost of sales අඩු වෙලා. Cost of sales අඩු වෙනවා කියන්නේ profit එක වැඩි වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. එහෙනම් profit for the year ended 30th June 2016 overstated. ඔයා cost of sales හදනකොට inventory එකේ තියෙනවා මේක. හැබැයි purchase වල නැහැ. Purchase වල නැහැ කියන්නේ cost of sales over understated වෙලා profit එක overstated වෙලා. එහෙනම් first statement එක හරි. Inventory at 30th June 2016 will be understated. නෑ inventory වල කිසිම බලපෑමක් නැහැ. Inventory හරියට තියෙනවා. එහෙනම් දෙවෙනි එක වැරදි. Profit for the year ended 30th June 2017 will be overstated. 17 වලට impact එන්නේ නැහැ. Right? Inventory at June 2016 will be overstated. Inventory එකට කිසිම හානියක් නැහැ. හරියට රෙකෝඩ් වෙලා තියෙනවා. The correct answer is what? C. The පළවෙනි එක විතරයි හරියම business impact එක explain කරන answer එක. The correct answer is what? C. First one only. Question number 9. What is the acid ratio? Acid test ratio, which means what? Quick ratio, right? Ratio of Edward company given the following information below. Wage company ke tiyena acid ratio එක අහන්නේ quick ratio. How do you calculate quick ratio? Ratio. Wage trade receivable තියෙන 176,000 divide by, right, because you don't take inventories into account when you calculate acid ratio. Trade payable 61,000, bank overdraft 79,000. 61,000 plus 79,000. And you will not consider long-term loan and return earnings for quick ratio calculation. 61,000 plus 79,000, 146, 40,000, 176 divided by 140. The ratio of how much? 1.26 into 1. 1.26 into 1, they are in the answer D. The correct answer is what? D. Question number 10. Which of the following characteristics of financial information are included in IASB conceptual framework financial reporting? Conceptual framework, they have tested. Very simple. Comparability, yes they are. Relevance, yes it is there. Timeliness, yes it is there. Faithful representation also there. So here they have mixed up fundamental qualitative characteristic as well as enhancing qualitative characteristic, but don't worry because all these things are characteristics. The correct answer is what? All 4 items. But out of these 4, relevance and faithful representation we identify as what? Fundamental qualitative characteristic. Comparability and timeliness we identify as what? Enhancing characteristic. Right? In previous webinar session we have gone through this. Right? Question number 11. Details of company's insurance policy are shown below. Right? Insurance policy. Now, premium for the year ended 30th March 2016 paid April 2015 10,800 prepayment. Right? Premium for the year ended 31st March 2017 paid in April 2016 12,000. What figure should be included in the company's statements for the year ended 30th June 2016? They are asking 30th June 2016 figures. Right? Fine. Be careful. මේවා පොඩ්ඩක් ඔළුවෙන් හිතලා හදන්න ඕනි ගණන්. Right? So prepayment එකක් තියෙනවා 10,800. If you divide by 12 to figure out the monthly figure, 10,000 divided by 12, 900. මාසක ගාන 900. Right? මේක අපි pay කරලා තියෙන කොච්චර කාලයකටද? paid April 2015. අපි මේ ගණන් හදන්නේ June 2016 වලට. එහෙනම් April අපි මේ year end එක තියෙන year end 30th June. එහෙනම් මෙතන prepayment එකේ අවුරුද්දට දාලා ගන්න කීයක් තියෙනවද? P&L ට යන්න ඕනි මාස 9ක්. 9 months. මොකද April pay කරන්නේ. එහෙනම් June ඉඳන් July ඉඳන් next March වෙනකල් 9 months. මේක P&L ට යන්න ඕනි. Right? Another 12,000 we have paid. ඒක monthly එක ගත්තොත් අපි 1000. මේක ඇතුලේ right? අපි pay කරන්නේ කවද? 1st April 2016. මෙතන අපිට අදාළ වෙන්නේ 3 months. මොකද April, May, June 3 months. එහෙනම් 11,100 will be there in P&L. මේක P&L එක 12,000 වලින් 3,000 ගියාට 9,000 balance sheet. මෙන්න මේකයි උත්තරේ. Right? The correct answer is what? Prepayment 9,000, 11,100 P&L. The correct answer is A. Question number 12. Right? Question number 12. Which of the following statement about bank reconciliations are correct? They are testing bank reconciliation. Right? correct statement. Understand the requirement. You have to identify the correct statement. මොකද correct statement එක කියලායි අහන්නේ. In preparing bank reconciliation, unpresented checks must be deducted from balance of cash at bank shown in the bank statement. Unpresented checks අඩු කරන්න ඕනිලු. Yes, you have to deduct. Right? Bank statement එකේ balance එක අඩු කරන්න unpresented checks because අඩු කරලා තියෙනවා මොකද cash book එකෙන්. Right? Checks from customer, check from a customer paid into bank but dishonored must be corrected making debit entry in the cash book. No. Cash book එක correct කරන්න ඕනද? No need to correct cash book. Right? Therefore, second one is wrong. An error in bank must be corrected by an entry in the cash book. Bank errors cash book හදනවද? නෑ, ඒවා bank එකේ හදන්න ඕනේ. Cash book හදන්නේ නෑ. Third one also wrong. Overdraft is a debit balance in the cash bank statement. That is correct. Overdraft is a debit balance. සල්ලි තියෙනවා නම් credit balance එක. Right? Because bank එකේ liability එක අපි ගාව තියා ඉන්නේ. Bank statement වල credit balance එක. The correct answer is what? A statement 1 and 4 is the correct statements that reflect in answer C. The correct answer is C. Question number 14. Which of the following errors cause a trial balance not balance? ඒ කියන්නේ suspense account එකක් open වෙන්න බලපාන errors මොනවද කියලා අහන්නේ. So because of those things suspense account should have been open. Right? Fine. Read one by one. An error in addition in the cash book. Cash book එකේ additions ටික calculator ගහලා එකතු කරනකොට වැරද්දක් වෙලා. Yes, trial balance will not tally. Therefore that you should, for that difference you have to open what? Suspense account. Failure to record transaction at all. Transaction එක මග හැරලා ගිහිල්ලා. Double entry නෑ. එහෙනම් double entry record කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. Suspense account ඕනේ නෑ. Cost of motor vehicle, debit to motor vehicle expense account. Asset account එක debit කරනකොට expense account එක debit කරලා. The cash entry was correctly made. Debit credit හරියට ගිහිල්ලා තියෙනවා. ප්‍රශ්නේ තියෙන්නේ asset account එකට නැත්නම් expense account එකට ගිහිල්ලා. Trial balance එකට කිසි ප්‍රශ්නයක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Double entry දාලා තියෙනවා. Debit credit ගිහිල්ලා තියෙනවා. ගියපු විදිය වැරදි. But debit credit ගිහිල්ලා තියෙනවා. No need suspense account. Goods taken by the proprietor of a business recorded by debit in purchase and credit in drawings. Right? Debit in purchase, credit in drawings. Debit credit දාලා. වැරදිලා හෝ හරි හෝ කොහේ හරි තැනක debit credit දැම්මොත් හරි. එකම amount එක කොහේ හරි තැනක debit credit දැම්මොත් entry වැරදි. But trial balance tally. The correct answer is what? First one only. Suspense account එක ඕන වෙන්නේ ෆාල් වෙන එකට විතරයි. Question number 17. Question number 17. All the sale made by retailer are for cash and her sale price is fixed by doubling the cost. Fixed by doubling the cost. Detailed records of her transaction for September 2016 are as follows. Inventories they have given, purchases they have given, cash, bank for sales for the month they have given, inventories they have given. Smart question, smart questions කියන්නේ, right? Which of the following conclusion could separately be drawn from this information? Right? බලන්න ඉස්සෙල්ලා ඔයාට එන detail ටික දාලා profit working එක කරලා බලන්න. Right? අපි working එක කරලා බලමු. Sales how much? Sorry. Sales. Cost of sales. Inventories කීයද? 40,000. Right? Purchases 60,000. 60,000. Closing inventory, they have given 50,000. Closing inventory, opening inventory, closing inventory. How much? 50,000. Uttare 50,000, 100,000 minus 50,000, 50,000. The question is telling her selling price are fixed by doubling the cost. Selling price fixed කරන්නේ doubling the cost. එහෙනම් මේකේ double එක තමයි selling sales වෙන්නේ. Sales. එහෙනම් sales figure කීය දෙන්නේ? 100,000. 50,000 into 2. Right? The question itself saying all sales made by retail are for cash. මේ ඔක්කොම sales වෙන්නේ cash වලට. But cash banked for sale for the month, how much? 95,000. අපි bank කරලා තියෙන්නේ 95,000. There's a difference of 5,000. අන්න මේ 5,000 difference and reasons ටික අහන්නේ. Which two of following conclusion could separately be drawn for this information? ඇයි මේ 95,000 උනේ? මෙන්න මේ හින්දා කියන එකයි ඔයාලට උත්තරේ හොයාගන්න තියෙන්නේ. Right? 5,000 cash been stolen by sales revenue prior to banking. Bank කරන්න කලින් 5,000 හොරගම් කරලා stolen. හරිනේ. Stole කරා 5,000 95,000 bank කරා. එක difference එකක්. First one is correct. Second one, goods costing 5,000 have been stolen. Goods හොරගම් කරා කියලා සල්ලි වලට බලපානවද? නෑ. එහෙම බලපෑමක් වෙන්නේ නෑ. Goods හොරගම් කරා කියලා එහෙම බලපෑමක් වෙන්නේ නෑ. Goods costing 2,500 stolen. Right? Goods costing, goods costing 5,000 have been stolen. 5,000 goods හොරකම් කරා කියලා හිතන්න. Right? 5,000 හොරකම් කරත් මොකද වෙන්නේ? 5,000 අඩු වුණොත් මෙතනින්. Right? 5,000 අඩු වෙලා. හිතන්න විතර 45,000. Right? අපි answer දෙක බලමු. Impact එකක් තියෙනවා. Sorry, I made a mistake. දෙවෙනි එකේ impact එකක් තියෙනවා. බලමු මේක හරියයිද කියලා. 40,000 plus 60,000 minus the 5,000 හොරගම් කරලා 45,000 වෙන්නේ. Minus 45,000. තර 55,000 එනවා මේක. Instead of 50,000, 55,000 into 2. එහෙනම් 110,000. එහෙනම් difference එක නේ 10,000 නේ. Sorry, difference එක දැන් 95,000 බෑන්ක් කරලා තියෙන්නේ. Right? 95,000. එහෙනම් 15,000 difference එකක් එනවා. අපිට 15,000 difference නැහැ 5,000 difference එකක් එන්න ඕනේ. Right? 5,000 difference එකක් තමයි එන්න ඕනේ. එහෙනම් මේක වැරදි. අනිත් එක බලන්න apply කරලා. Goods costing 2,500 has been stolen. 2,500. එහෙනම් මේක 45,000 නෙවෙයි 47,500 වෙනවා. බලන්න එහෙම වුණොත් කොහොමද කියලා? 40,000 plus 60,000 minus 47,500. 2,500 තව රන් කළා. එහෙනම් මේක 52,500 වෙනවා into 2. sale එක වෙනවා 105,000. 105,000. හැබැයි බෑන්ක් කරලා තියෙන අපි කීයද? 95,000. 10,000. Sorry. Give me a second. Yeah, මෙතනත් එන්නේ නැහැ. 10,000 difference එකක් ඉන්නේ. Right? Fine, correct. අපිට එන්න ඕනේ කීයද? 5,000 difference එකක් ඉන්නවා. Some of the goods costing 5,000 had been sold at some 17. Yeah. So here this one is correct, no? Third one is correct. Goods costing 2,500 been stolen. මේව හොරකම් කරලා. එහෙනම් අපිට ආපු උත්තරේ 40,000 plus I made a mistake minus 47,500 52,500 into 2 105,000 sorry. එතන 105,000 නේ. 105,000. එහෙනම් difference එක කීයද? sale එක එන්න ඕනේ 100,000 එන්නේ 105,000. එහෙනම් එතන difference එක 5,000 එනවා. එහෙනම් ඒක තමයි එක හේතුවක්. right එහෙනම් උත්තරේ වෙන්නේ එක හරි තුන හරි හින්දා වෙන්න පුළුවන් මේ 5000 ඩිෆරන්ස් එක එන එක මොකද සේල් එක 100 තියෙන නිසා right ඒතර ආන්සර් කීයද first one or third one can be the conclusions the first one and third one reflect where first one and third one reflect in answer B the correct answer is B question number 18 a company's own number of properties which are rented on tenant. So this rent expense question I have done many times. Therefore, you can pause the screen and work out and go ahead with the correct answer. If I give you the correct answer, it should be there's a given answer D. So correct answer should be 828,700. So somehow try to get that answer. I am not going to work out it again because of time. We have to do many questions, right? Fine. Then question number 19. Trade payable ledger account contain below number of errors. මෙන්න මේ errors ටික වෙලා තියෙනවා. අපෙන් අහන්නේ මොකද්ද? හරිය සෝරවර්සේ what should be the closing balance when all errors are corrected. මේ errors ටික correct කරාට පස්සේ හරි උත්තරය අහන්නේ. Right? Payable control account opening balance should be other side, right? Yeah, opening balance should be other side, but they have mentioned in the debit side. Correct it. 318,600 I believe. Yeah, 600. We'll go one by one. Cash paid to suppliers. Cash paid to suppliers, cash credit. Here it's debit. They have recorded that correctly. Cash. 1,364,300. Then purchase return. Purchase return. එහෙනම් purchase එකක් return වෙලා තියෙනවා. මේ අපි කතා කරන්නේ payable එක. ගෙවන්න තියෙන එක අඩු වෙනවනේ purchase return කියන්නේ. එහෙනම් credit balance එක අඩු වෙනවා තව. debit වෙන්න ඕනේ නේද? Purchase return. Your payable balance will be reduced. 41,200. Purchase return refund received from suppliers. Refund කරපියක් received. දැන් refund received from suppliers means දැන් ඔයා supplier ගෙන් refund එකක් ඉල්ලලා තියෙනවා. ඒක හම්බෙලා තියෙනවා. right? එහෙනම් refund received from supplier ගෙන් ඒ payable balance එක තව අඩු වෙනවද වැඩි වෙනවද? වැඩි වෙන්න ඕනේ. මොකද refund එක received වුණාම අය payable එක establish වෙනවා. refund 2,700. Right? Then purchases. Purchase correct in the credit side. Purchase. How much? 1.2 million. 268,600. Right? Then contrast debit balance in receivable ledger. Receivable ledger එකේ balance එක contrast. Receivable එකේ තියෙන debit balance එක. එහෙනම් receivable එකට credit කරලා මෙතන debit වෙන්නයි ඕනේ. 8,200 should be debited. Set off. මොකද එතන credit කරන්න ඕනේ. receivable account එකේ තියෙන debit balance එක. To contract in that account you should be credited. එහෙනම් here it should be debited. Right? Balance receivable ledger 48, sorry, it's 48,000, right? 48,000. 48,000. Discount received. Discount එක හම්බුණා නම් ඒකෙන් payable එක අඩු වෙන්නයි ඕනි. That should be debited. Discount. We have done same question, right? Fine. Now figure out the correct answer. Closing balance. 318, 600 plus 268, 600. $1.5 million, 89,900 minus 4,300 minus 41 minus 48,000 minus 8,200. The correct answer 128,200. 128,200. Carry down value. Check whether there is an answer like this. Yes. The correct answer is what? Correct answer is 128,200. Question number 20. The carrying value. Question number 20. The carrying value of a company's non-current asset was 200,000 at 1st August 2020. During the year ended July 2021, let's say whatever the year, don't worry, the company sold the non-current asset for 25,000, right, on which it made a loss of 5,000. The depreciation charge for the year 20,000. What was the carrying value of non-current asset at the year end, right? Again they are testing LK 16 knowledge, right? LK 16 knowledge. You have to prepare PP account. PP account, right? So the carrying amount of opening balance how much? 200,000. 200,000. 1st August 2020, during the year they have sold 5,000 non-current, 25,000 non-current. Disposal. 25,000, but there is a loss. Loss එක තමයි විකුණලා තියෙන්නේ. එහෙනම් 25,000 වලට විකුණනවා කියන්නේ 5,000 loss එකක් තියෙනවා කියලා කියන disposal account එකේ. මේකේ carrying amount කීයක් වෙලා තියෙනවද? 30,000. right? Carrying amount මේකට loss එක මේකට එකතු වෙනවා. එහෙනම් carrying amount එක. This is the carrying amount. 30,000. මොකද loss එකක් තියෙන්නේ. loss එකක් තියෙනවා කියන්නේ carrying amount එක වැඩි වෙන්න ඕනේ. carrying amount එකට 5,000 තමයි විකුණලා තියෙන්නේ. එහෙනම් loss එක හරිනේ. පොත්වල තියෙනවා 30,000 asset එකක්. ඔයා විකුණලා තියෙනවා 25,000. එහෙනම් loss එක 5,000 හරිනේ. එහෙනම් PP වලින් අයින් වෙන්න ඕනේ disposal value එක නෙමෙයි. carrying amount එක. 30,000 asset එකක් 25,000 විකුණනවා. There is a loss. Therefore, you have to figure out carrying amount as 30,000. Then you have what? Depreciation. They have charged during the year 20,000. Depreciation. Depreciation only asset value අඩු වෙනවා. ඔච්චර දෙන්නේ. 200,000. 200,000. 30,000 plus 20,000, 50,000. Closing balance 150,000. Closing balance. The closing balance 150,000. Correct answer is number 1. First answer. Answer A is the correct answer. So that's the end of Mixed Bank 3, Mixed Bank 4, right? Question number 1, first one. After proposing final dividends, right? Final dividends are proposed කරලා පස්සේ Kenilworth company has current ratio of 2 and quick ratio of 8. Current ratio of 2, quick ratio of 8. If the company now uses its positive cash balance to pay final dividends, what will be the effect upon these two ratios? මේ ratios දෙකට තියෙන impact එකයි අහන්නේ dividend එක pay කරොත් cash වලින්. Increase current ratio and decrease quick ratio. Cash වලින් pay කරපුවාම dividend එක කොහොමද current ratio increase වෙන්නේ? වෙන්න බෑ. Increase current ratio and increase quick ratio වෙන්නේ නැහැ. මොකද cash outflow එකක් තියෙන්නේ. decrease current ratio hari current ratio එක අඩු වෙනවා decrease quick ratio quick ratio එකත් අඩු වෙනවා මොකද cash එකට එනවා එහෙනම් correct answer is what C decrease current ratio increase quick ratio වැරදි decrease current ratio as well as decrease quick ratio both ratios will be decrease. Question number 3 right question number 3 making an allowance for receivable and valuing inventory for the same basis valuing inventory on the same basis right making allowance for receivable and valuing inventory on the same basis in each accounting period are example of which accounting concept making allowance for receivable කියන්නේ මොකද්ද prudence concept right අපි debtors ලා හරියට value කරන්නේ prudence concept එකට මොකද අපි ensure කරන්න ඕනේ prudence concept කියන්නේ මොකද accounting concept asset liabilities are not understated or overstated ඒක තමයි prudence concept එක කියන්නේ to ensure that you make what you make provision you made allowance for receivable so then prudence concept is the correct answer then the second part is what an inventory on the same basis in each accounting period හැම අවුරුද්දම accounting එකම basis inventory value කරනවා which means consistency so correct answer is what C prudence and consistency. Question number 4 rent account again I am not going to discuss that you can we have done many questions from this rent area rent receivable property when you rent it when you let it to rent it to someone else how do you calculate it මේක අපි කතා කරා I will tell you the correct answer so then you can figure out the answer for question number 4 the correct answer should be D 8,800 58,600 you somehow try to figure out the correct answer is D. Question number 5 question number 5 which of the following journal entry is correct according to the narration එකත් එක හරි එක මොකද්ද කියලා අහන්නේ right narration එකත් එක හරි එක narration එක කියවන්න එහෙනම් පළවෙනියට bonus allocated to account of managing director Mr. Smith personal account debit director's remuneration correct වැරදි මේක එහෙම යන්න බෑ transfer cost of repair to building carried out by company's own employee using material from inventory මාර transaction එක එහෙම වෙන්නම බෑ wages account එකට යන්නත් බෑ එහෙනම් B එකත් වැරදි C discount allowed debit discount received credit මොකද්ද correction of errors discount allowed total incorrectly recorded in discount received account ඒක හරි discount received එක එහෙනම් credit කරනවා discount allowed එක debit කරනවා මොකද discount allowed එකට තමයි කියන්න ඕනේ the correct answer is what C. Question number 6 IS 37 deals with accounting for contingency asset and contingent liabilities. What is the correct accounting treatment for the following? Hari accounting treatment එක මොකක්ද කියලා අහන්නේ. Right? නිවැරදි accounting treatment එක. A probable loss constructive obligation exists for which the amount can be reliably estimated. Probable loss එකක් තියෙනවා නම් it's what? Provision. You have to accrue it. Probable gain you will disclose. Contingent asset. The first one is provision. Probable gain means contingent asset you will disclose. The correct answer is what? A. Accrued and disclose. Question number 7. That is from the company's occupied rent premises paying annual rent of 120,000 first year you are paying this much of rent. I will work out this number. Why? Because this is not rent income. Earlier we discussed rent income how to handle, but here rent expense. Therefore, let me open one chart of account. Rent එක සම්බන්ධ සෑහෙන ගණන් ටිකක් තිබුණා because I have selected these questions from ACCA, right? They are more preferred to include those kind of questions, I believe. But මේක rent expense එකක්. ඔයා වරද්ද ගන්න ඉඳ මම මේක කරන්නේ. Right? Right? Here, company occupied rent premises for some years, paying annual rent of 120,000 from 1st April 2016. The rent was increased 104 to 144,000 and rent paid quarterly in advance 1st January, 1st April, 1st July, 1st October. Similar to previous question. What are the figures should be appeared in P&L as well as in balance sheet, right? Fine. So opening balance we have to figure out, since we are preparing financial statements for the November 1st 2016, we have to have opening balance. එහෙනම් payable balance එක ගන්න තියෙන්නේ. මේක receivable එකක් නෙමෙයි, payable එකක්, right? Opening balance එක අපි pay කරන ඉඳ sorry. Yeah. කොහොමද අපි opening balance එක හදාගන්නේ? අපි pay කරනවා අපිට ඕනි අවසානයේ ගන්න කොච්චරක් P&L එකට යනවද කොච්චරක් balance sheet එකේ closing balance එක විතර ඉතුරු වෙනවද කියන එක, right? අපි හදන්නේ November 30th වලට. ඒතර අපි opening balance එක තියෙන්නේ 1st October 2015. Right? කීයක්ද මාස අපි pay කරන්න ඇවිල්ලා හැම අවුරුද්දෙම October 1st වලට. Right? එතකොට අපි opening balance එක තියෙනවා 120,000 divide by 3. Sorry. Rent opening balance එක payable එක 100 අවුරුද්දට pay කරනවා, sorry, prepayment, sorry, අපි pay නේ කරන්නේ prepayment එක other side. I made a mistake. I was confused with some other questions, right? Prepayment එකක් තියෙන්නේ. අපි pay නේ කරන්නේ prepayment. Prepayment එකක් තියෙනවා කීයක්ද? 120,000 අපි pay කරන්නේ, right? Right? අපි හදා ගන්න ඕනේ opening balance එක. දැන් තියෙන්නේ 120,000 එක මාසෙක කීයද එතකොට? 10,000. So opening balance එක අපේ එනවා 10,000. ඇයි? annual rent payment එක තමයි 12,000. annual rent payment අපි pay කරන්නේ quarterly, right? ඒතර අපි pay කරලා තියෙනවා 1st October. 1st October pay කරපුවාම, right? 1st October pay කරපුවාම ඒක අදාළ වෙනවා October and November, right? අපි accounts හදන්නේ 30th November වලට. 1st October එකයි October month එක November month එක ගිහිල්ලා. එහෙනම් එක මාසයක prepayment තමයි ඉතුරු වෙන්නේ 10,000. එක මාසයක prepayment තමයි ඉතුරු වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. ඊට පස්සේ අපි pay කරනවා 1st January, 1st April, 1st July and 1st October. මේ වගේ තමයි pay කරන්නේ. right? rent එක වෙනස් වෙලා තියෙනවා කොයි කාලෙද? 44,000 වලට from 1st April 2016 onwards. right? එහෙනම් මෙතනත් අවුලක් නැහැ. 120,000 ම තමයි මෙතනත් pay කරන්නේ. 120,000 into 3 months quarterly නේ. right? 30,000. මෙතනදී එක වෙනස් වෙනවා ඊළඟේදී. එතකොට ඒක තමයි 144,000 වෙනවා. එතන ඇවිල්ලා 12,000 into 3 36,000. මෙතනත් ඒ ගන්න 36,000. මෙතනත් 36,000. මෙන්න payments ටික. right? payments ටික. So closing balance එතකොට හදා ගන්න පුළුවන්. Closing balance එක ඉතුරු වෙන්නේ කීයද? මාස එක. Right? 36,000 is the amount you have paid, right, in October. එකෙන් එක මාසයක් ඉතුරු වෙනවා. How much? 12,000. 12,000 ඉතුරු වෙනවා. ඒතර බැලුවොත් ඔයා මෙතන 36,000 into 3 plus 30,000 plus 10,000. 148,000. මම මේ වගේ ගානක් අනිත් පැත්තට කරමින්ද quickly කරන්නේ, right? 120,000. Sorry. 148,000 minus 12,000. 136,000 is to the P&L expense. P&L, right? අපි හදන්නේ 30th November 2016 වලට. එතකොට පළවෙනි අවුරුද්ද මුල මාසයක් ප්‍රීපේමන්ට් තියෙනවා. මෙතනත් මාසයක් ඕපනින් බැලන්ස් එක එනවා. ප්‍රීපේමන්ට් balance carried forward මාසයයි 12,000. එහෙනම් මේක තියෙන්න ඕනේ ප්‍රීපේමන්ට් එකක් විදිහට 12,000, charge to P&L 136,000, charge to P&L. So then correct answer is what? A. Correct answer is A. Question number 8. At 1st January 2016, a company had allowance for receivable 49,000, fine. 31st December 2016, the company trade receivable was 863,000, and it was decided to write off balance totaling 23,000 and adjust allowance for receivable equivalent to 5% of remaining balance. They are asking what is the figure should be appeared in the statement of profit and loss account for receivable expense, right? Already you have written off how much? 33,000. Then my chart of accounts quickly I will explain without wasting your time. Right? අපිට quickly මේක work out කරන්න පුළුවන්. P&L යන ගානනේ යන්නේ. Right? Without doing chart of accounts. P&L write off how much? 23,000. You have written off 23,000. දැන් ඕවන්න තමයි adjust කරන්න තියෙන්නේ මෙතන අපිට. Opening balance එක තියෙනවා කීයක්ද? Allowance for receivable opening balance 49,000. Then closing balance how do you derive? 6 අපේ තියෙනවා 863,000, මේකෙන් write off කරා 23,000, balance එකට 5%. $42,000, right? 42,000. P&L 7,000, right? P&L එකට එකතු වෙනවා කීයද? Here $49,000, 42,000 වෙනවා. Here 7,000 deduct කරන්න. 7,000 deduct. So 23,000 minus 7,000. 16,000 is the answer. Right? Correct answer is what? A. P&L එකට අපි යනවා 16,000. We have done a similar question. Right? Yeah. Question number 10. Read it first. Which of the following statement about inventory and work in progress in the financial statements are correct? They are asking the correct statements. The inventory should be valued at lowest of the cost and NRV and the replacement cost. We are not talking about replacement cost when we value inventory. Therefore, first statement is wrong. They are asking correct statement. Work in progress In value in work in progress, material cost, labor cost, variable and fixed production cost must be included. Correct. All these costs should be included. Inventory item can be valued using FIFO or weighted average cost. That is also fine. Correct. A company statement must disclose the accounting policies used in measuring inventories. The first statement is wrong, second statement, third statement and fourth statements are correct. The correct answer is what? C. Question number 11. The plant and equipment account in the account in the records of company for the year ended 31st December 2016 is shown below. So, the plant and equipment account they have given. So, what they are asking? The company's policy is to charge depreciation on straight line basis 20% with the proportionate depreciation in the year of purchase and sale. What should be the depreciation amount charged to P&L? Very simple question. The same question we have done. Therefore, same type of questions already we have discussed. Therefore, quickly we will calculate this, right? Depreciation they are asking. So, opening balance 960,000 minus disposal 84,000. Disposal of 84,000. So, what is the answer? 20% is the rate. Minus 84,000 into 20,000. 175,200. Then depreciation on the disposed asset. Disposed asset we are using for how long? Disposed asset we are using for 84,000 asset, 20,000, 20% actually. 20% we are using till September, therefore we use for this asset for 9 months. September එකල් we use කරනවානේ. දැන් මෙතන 84,000 සම්පූර්ණ අයින් කරලා තියෙනවා. එහෙනම් 84,000 වෙනම අර මාස නමකට depreciation calculate කරන්න ඕනේ. 12,600. Right? Then additions. Depreciation on additions. How much? 48,000. 48,000 we added July, which means 6 months. $4,800. So, total depreciation 12,600 plus 175,200, 192,600. The correct answer is 192,600. Answer B is the correct answer. Question number 12. The trial balance of the company did not balance. What is the reason? Because of that you had opened what? Suspense account, right? And suspense account was opened for the difference. Which of the following errors would require an entry to the suspense account in correcting them? Mona entries වලින් දෙක correct කරන්න පුළුවන් කියලා තමයි අහන්නේ, right? First one. A cash payment to purchase a motor van had been correctly entered in the cash book but had been debited to motor expense account. Debit credit එක හරියට දාලා තියෙනවා. ප්‍රශ්නේ තියෙන්නේ motor account එකට debit කරන්නද expense account එකට දාලා. trial balance එක tally වෙනවා. suspense account එක ඕනේ වෙන්නේ නැහැ. A debit side of wages account had been undercasted. වැරදිලා debit side එක අඩුවෙන් එකතු කරලා. එහෙනම් suspense account එක ඕනේ වෙනවා. Point number 2, statement 2, yes, suspense account required. The total of discount allowed column in cash book had been credited into discount received account. Discount received account එකට දාලා. එහෙනම් අපිට suspense account එකක් ඕන වෙනවා මේක correct කරන්න. Cash refund to customer had been recorded by debiting cash refund to a customer. Cash refund to a customer had been recorded debiting cash book, crediting customer's account. වැරදිලා හරි debit credit දාලා තියෙනවා. ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. suspense account එක ඕනේ වෙන්නේ නැහැ. එහෙනම් correct answer is what? B දෙකට සහ තුනට ඕනේ වෙනවා suspense account. මොකද එකේ සහ දෙකේ double entry complete වෙලා තියෙනවා. වැරදි accounts වලට ගිහිල්ලා තියෙන එක හරි. හැබැයි හරියට debit credit කියන න්‍යාය පාවිච්චි කරලා තිනවා but entry වැරදි. debit credit හරියට දාලා තිනවා. එහෙනම් හරියට tally වෙනවා. but තුන්වෙනි දෙවෙනි ගත්තොත් එහෙම debit credit හරියට ගිහිල්ලා නැහැ. The correct answer is what? B. To correct second one and third one you required suspense account. Question number 13. A trade book goods had cost 2,000 from inventory for personal use. Which one of the following journal entry would correctly record this? Simple question, right? Drawings inventory naha, purchase drawings naha, purchase debit wenna bෑ, purchase credit wenna yone, sales komata dala naha. D. Drawings debit, purchase credit. That is the correct answer. Question number 14. Mulron, a publishing company is being sued 1 million in a libel action in respect of bank published in June 2016. On 31st October 2016, the reporting date, the director believes that it was possible that claim would be successful. What would be provided in the financial statement? IAS 37, LKS 37. How much we need to provide? Do we need to provide? No. Why? They strongly believe that the case will be successful. The director believes that it was possible that claim would be successful. Therefore, no need to make any provision. And it's possible. Therefore, nil. No need to make a provision. Question number 16. Where the financial statement should tax on profit. So, that question is not actually appropriate at this level. Therefore, I am ignoring that question and moving to the next question. Question number 17. What is the reducing balance method of depreciation, non-current asset, more appropriate than straight line method? Reducing balance method is more appropriate than straight line method for what scenario? That they are asking. When expected useful life is short, no, life is doesn't matter to determine reducing balance method or straight line method. When asset is expected to decrease value by fixed percentage of the each year. If it is fixed percentage, is straight line method, right? When expected life of the asset is not capable of estimated accuracy, no. Somehow you have to reliably estimate the useful life. When asset is expected to decrease in value less in later years than the years early of its life, yes. When asset is expected to decrease in value less in later years in the early years than in the early years of life. And අඩු වෙලා යනවා නම් expected asset is expected to decrease value එකෙන් එන්න අඩු වෙලා යනවා නම් එකම rate එකනේ අඩු වෙන rate එකකින් you have to apply what? Reducing balance method. The correct answer is what? D. Question number 18. A draft statement of cash flow contains the following. profit before tax they have given, and depreciation they have added, correct, depreciation we have to add. Increase in inventories, inventory increase වෙනවා කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? අපි inventory purchase කළා සල්ලි එකට ගිහිල්ලා. එහෙනම් inventory එක අඩු කරන්න ඕනේ. හරි. Decrease in receivable. Decrease in receivable means සල්ලි අපිට ඇවිල්ලා. එහෙනම් අඩු කරලා හරියන්නේ නැහැ. We have to add it. එහෙනම් decrease in receivable they have deduct, but they should add it. Increase in payable, which means we have not paid to creditors, add කරන්න ඕනේ එහෙනම්. Now last two should be added. First two are correct. Depreciation should be deducted, not added. එක වැරදි. අපෙන් අහන්නේ මොකද්ද? Following, what is the following correction need to be made? එහෙනම් පළවෙනි එක correction නෙවෙයි, පළවෙනි එක හරියට කරලා තියෙනවා. Increase in inventory should be added, not deduct. Increase in inventory should be added. Should not be added, because inventory increase වෙනවා කියන්නේ cash අඩු වෙනවා කියන එක. Decrease in receivable should be added. Decrease in receivable should be added because debtors have paid. Third one correct. Increase in payable should be added. Yes, increase in payable should be added because you have not paid debtors. So the correct statements are 3 and 4. The correct statements are third statement and the fourth statement. The correct answer is what? D. Question number 19. It's a lengthy question. So answers you can see right side, right? You can see in the right side here, right? A, B, C, D. The question is this. Your experienced colleague, Paul Jones, has attended to extract the total of individual balances in the receivable ledger account. He provides you the following listing which he has prepared. The debtors listing they have prepared and the sum they have taken to 46,747, right? We have to work out the correct answer and compare with the given answers. Subsequent to the drawings up of the list, the following errors have so far been found. අපෙන් අහනවා what is the revised balance of trade receivable ledger after correcting these entries, right? Total they have given total 46,747 total. අපිට ගන්න කියන්නේ receivable ledger එකේ හරි balance එක, right? පළවෙනි එක A, sales invoice amounting to 267 sent to White Church Company had been correctly entered in the day book but not posted into the account for White Church Company receivable ledger. එහෙනම් හරියට sales day book එකට දාලා ledger එකට දාලා නෑ. එහෙනම් ඒකට එකතු කරන්න. A add කරන්න. How much? 267. Add. B, one of the error made by Paul Jones was omit 2,435 balance of Rectophon Company for the list. One of the balance they have omitted. Omit කරපු එක මොකද කරන්නේ? You have to add. B, ඔයාට මග ඇරිලා ඒකත් add කරන්න. How much? 2,435. Add. Then see, credit note for 95 sent to buying had been correctly entered in the sales day book but was not entered in the receivable ledger account. Receivable ledger account එක 75 විදියට දාලා අඩුවෙන් දාලා තියෙනවා. එහෙනම් තව ගාණක් අඩු වෙන්න ඕනේ. අඩුවෙන් තමයි අඩු කරලා තියෙන්නේ. එහෙනම් අඩු වෙච්ච මදි වෙච්ච ගාණ තව අඩු කරලා දාන්න ඕනේ. දැන් බැලූ බැලමට ඔයා හිතනවා මේක තමයි හරි උත්තරේ කියලා. බලන්න අරගෙන මෙහෙම උත්තරයක් තියෙනවද කියලා. right? 46,747 plus 267 plus 2435 minus 20. 49,429. 49,000 yeah 49,429 මෙහෙම උත්තරයක් නැහැ right ඇයි එහෙම උත්තරයක් නැත්තේ if you look at other balances you can see P Fox and Sons twice entered in the sum of the statements අර sum එක ඇතුලේ දෙපාරක් දාලා දිනවා එහෙනම් ඒකත් අඩු කරන්න sometimes this will not be identified by yourself be careful එහෙනම් 47,429 මොකද මෙතන duplication එකක් තියෙනවා there's a duplicate amount you have to reduce or you have to remove that duplication to derive the correct answer so then what 47,249 is the correct answer C the correct answer is what C the question number 20 a payable ledger account shown a credit balance of 768,400 the payable ledger balance total 781,200 right control account 768,420 payable ledger account ledger shown 781,200 768,420 minus 781,200 11,780 is the difference sorry 768,420 minus 781,200 768,420 minus 781,200 12,780 right that's the difference the question is which of the following possible errors could account in full for the difference මේ difference එකට මොකක්ද reason වෙන entry කියලා අහන්නේ a contra against receivable ledger balance 6,390 right 6,390 වැඩි කරොත් දෙකෙන් මේක එනවා හැබැයි ඒකම දන්නේ උත්තර බලමු a contra against receivable debit balance 6,390 has been entered in the credit side of the payable ledger credit side of payable ledger payable ledger එකේ credit side එකේ දාලා contra කරන entry එකක් right 6,000 හැබැයි එහෙමනම් මේ පැත්ත දැම්මා කියලා 6,000 වලින් තමයි difference එක එන්නේ 12,000 වෙන විදියක් නැහැ එහෙනම් first එක A is wrong right B the total of discount allowed 28,400 was entered in the debit side of payable ledger debit side of the payable ledger right payable ledger control account instead of correct figure discount received 15,620 what's the difference difference is 28,400 minus 15,620 difference equal 12,780 right difference equal what has happened discount allowed 28,000 was entered to the debit side of the payable ledger control account instead of correct figure discount received, correct figure for discount received 15,620. Which is the reason for this difference? The correct answer is what? B. The same question we have done earlier also, right? Fine. So these are the model questions that I have selected from where? Different other exams. Now to understand how your examiner has set up some questions, I have selected few questions from where? From your pilot paper also. Look at the complexity of other exams when they test MCQ questions and how your examiner has set up some questions. These are some of the important questions that I have selected from your pilot paper, right? Mixed Bank 5. Consider the following statements. Directors are responsible for the preparation of financial statement. True or false? Yes, true. Financial statement helps to the company's only internal decision making. Completely wrong. Not only for internal decision making, for external decision making also you will use what? Financial statements. The first one is correct, second one is wrong. The correct answer is what? B. Question number 10 in your pilot paper. Determine net profit for the period if beginning owner's equity, cash withdraw and end in equity like this. මේ වගේ questions අපි ඕන තරම් ACC වලින් ගත්ත mixed bank වල කතා කරා. දැන් ඔයාලට තේරෙනවා your examiner also will test similar kind of questions. Therefore, attending to those mixed bank questions are really important, right? Opening net asset plus new capital plus profit plus minus drawings equal closing balance or closing net assets, right? This is the equation. So beginning of they have given 20,000 plus new capital cash withdraw 7,000, drawing 7,000, right? New capital they have not given, ending capital 37,000. So they are asking profit, right? Simple. So 20,000 minus 7,000, 37,000 minus this 24,000. Correct answer is what? X 24,000. Correct answer is 24,000. So then question number 11. On January 1st, 2018, Vimal Traders had asset 50,000, owner's equity 300,000. During the year, asset increased by 1,000, owner's equity decreased by 48,000. What is the liability on December 31st, 2018? Similar questions in a different way they have tested. Look at this. Mema conceptualize karana, visualize karana, then easy. Total asset. How much? 500,000 according to the given information, right? Then equity 300,000. Other side balance sheet. Balance sheet me tell equity 300,000. 300,000, right? During the asset increased by another 1,000. Asset will add well another 100,000. Added plus, right? And owner's equity decreased by 48,000. Make adu vela 48,000 uli. Then apena what is the liability? What were the liability 31st December? Apne liability kahanne. Ehna metana total asset 600,000. Metana kiyada? 300,000 minus 48,000. 252,000. Balance sheet එක tally වෙන්න තව කීයක් ඕනේද? ලක්ෂයෙන් tally වෙන්න ඕනි. 348,000. 348,000. Balance figure එකේ මොකද්ද? Liability. Current and non-current liability. Right? 348,000. Answer is there in the board, in the screen. Answer is what? C. Question number 12. If prepaid expenses are initially treated as asset, prepaid expenses are initially treated as asset, correct, because prepayment, and required prepaid adjustments had not been made during the current period. Prepaid expense එකක් එනවා. asset එකක් විතර තියෙන හැබැයි ඒක expense කරලා adjust කරලා නැහැ current year එකේ. The financial statement of the current year would have the following effects. මේ වගේ වගේ කතා කරනවා තරම්. Net profit overstated. Net profit එක overstate වෙනවා. හරි. Because you have not charged it to P&L. Asset understated. Asset understate වෙන්නේ asset overstate වෙන්නේ. එහෙනම් එතනම නවත්තන්න කියවන එක. B. Net profit overstated. Why? Because you have not charged it to P&L. P&L එකට prepayment එක මේ අවුරුද්ද amortize කරන්න ඕනි. මේ අවුරුද්ද amortize කරලා නැති හින්දා profit overstated. rent එක අඩු වෙලා නැහැ. Asset overstated. Yes, prepayment එකේ තාම asset එකක් විදිහට තියෙනවා. Asset overstated. Liability එකට කිසිම බලපෑමක් නැහැ. Unaffected. And ownership equity overstated. Why? Because profit එක overstated වෙනවා කියන ownership equity also overstated. The correct answer is what? Correct answer is B. No need to read even other questions. Right? Fine. Bimal traders recorded sales received in advance of 8,000 and accrued sales revenue 4,500 as sales revenue. The effect of these entries on total revenue recognized for this year. බලන්න හොඳට කල්පනා කරලා Bimal traders recorded sales received in advance 8,000 and accrued sales revenue 4,500 as sales revenue. The effect on these entries to total sales revenue recognized an increase 4,500 නෑ increase වෙන්නේ නෑ මොකද accrued sale එක increase 12,000 දෙකෙන්ම වැඩි වෙන්නේ නෑ තුන්වෙනි එක තමයි හරි උත්තරේ මොකද advance එක sale එකක් විතර දාගෙන ඉඳලා sale එක increase වෙනවා by 8,000 simple sale එක වැඩි වෙලා තියෙනවා 8,000 වලින් EPF contribution made by employer for employees. Employer ke contribution, because you know according to EPF Act 8% from employee, 12% from employer will contribute to whom? EPF fund. So 12% will be given by employer. That contribution will be what? Company's expense. මොකද අහන්න අපෙන්? EPF contribution made by employer for employees do not increase the cost of employing labor for the business as they are deducted from employees gross pay. No, employees contribution you can't deduct. Do not increase the cost of employing labors as reimbursed by government. No, you can't reimburse. Increase cost of employing labor as represent additional benefit paid to the employees. Yes, that's the correct answer. Right? Fine. Next question. Good question. Why I have selected this question? Chartered CA examiners more interest on this area, ratio calculations. They have given some numbers. Based on that, you have to calculate few ratios and figure out the correct answers. And you have to choose the correct answer. There are 4 questions, right? Fine. Parik Limited opened a bookshop in April 2016. The income for the year ended 31st March 2017 and 2018 are as follows. Income statement for the year ended 31st March, sales revenue, gross profit, other income, cost of sales, administrative income, interest, taxation, profit for the year they have given. Using the financial data, you are required to answer to following questions. They are asking gross profit for the year ended 2018, income from operating 2018, change in gross profit margin, interest cover ratio. Right? Fine. Let me work out. First question, gross profit for 2018. 2018, 2017. You have to calculate gross profit for 2018. Sales. How much? 22,000 294, 2017 21,000, sorry, yeah, 21,102. Cost of sales 83. Here 19,142. Right? These are the figures. Gross profit 22,294 minus 21,083. Gross profit 1,211. Here 21,102 minus 19,142. 1,160. Right? The first question already we have answered then. The gross profit is how much? 1,211. Correct answer is A. Right? Fine. The second answer, income. So the second question, income from the operating 2018 now, operating income. Income. When you calculate this, you have to minus operating expenses. Gross profit minus operating expense. Gross profit 1,211. Operating expenses how much? Operating expenses 419. 419. $792. 792 is the correct answer. So question number 21, correct answer is what? B. Correct answer is B. 22, change of gross profit margin from 2007 to 2018. Gross profit margin you have to calculate. GP margin. GP margin. GP margin, gross profit divided by sale. 22,294 into 100, 5.43%. They are 1,160 divided by 21,102 into 100, 5.5%. So 5%, 5.5 minus 5.43, 0.07. The change is 0.07 minus aduvima. The correct answer is what? Question number, sorry, answer B. They ask a interest cover ratio. Interest cover ratio. Interest cover. What is the definition of 2018? Interest cover means how many times you can cover interest by using the profit, right? By using the profit, operating profit. So you will pay interest from operating profit. Operating profit 792, right? Making them interest given. The interest key, we have paid interest 75. Yena 75 interest key varaganak. Cover කරගන්න පුළුවන්ද 790 divided by 75. Sorry, not only this, you have operate other income also. That also you can use to recover inventory. Sorry, to pay interest you can use other income also. 792 plus 82 divided by 75. 11.65 times interest cover karana pula 11.6 times. The correct answer is what? D. So these are the questions that I have selected from your pilot paper. Now what is your conclusion? We have discussed now 5 question banks, mixed question Bank 5 means your CA Sri Lanka pilot paper. So, question Mixed Bank 1, 2, 3, 4, all these are from different other exams I have selected. So, those are little advanced questions. In addition to that, under each and every chapter we have done some MCQ questions. Now, this time the entire webinar I have structured in a way to discuss more MCQ questions. So, you have 3 MCQ questions discussion sessions like this. I believe that will really help you to enhance your knowledge and to see whether you have covered the scope of the required scope to pass this exam. When I say required scope, the entire chapters. So, my final advice, search for some more MCQ questions and practice it. When you do more questions, you will get more experience. So, then your exam paper will not be a challenging paper, right? But coverage is really important this time. Why? Because you can't ignore any chapter. 50 questions there. So, examiner can test A to Z, that I have already shared with you very first day, right? So, with this knowledge, I believe it is not a dream or a difficult task to pass this exam. My final advice is this: you have more than 10 webinars. When I say more than 10 webinars, in YouTube you can find 20 or 20 plus webinars, but some of them I have done prior to COVID, some of them are this time. You have to watch both to see the coverage of the scope, our coverage of the syllabus. This time I have done all uncovered areas. Part of that, part of your syllabus already we have covered prior to COVID. When I say prior to COVID, before March 2020 I believe. So, this time uncovered areas I have done. This time specialties we have done many questions, MCQ questions compared to last time. And here you have separate 3 question bank discussions also. With this knowledge, I believe passing exam will not be a dream. Watch all the videos, practice more questions, attend to pilot paper, do it alone and see whether you have confidence to pass this exam or not. If you have confidence, go for the exam, do it well, then you can pass. If you don't have confidence, my recommendation, don't go for the exam. First of all, you need to have self-confidence. Try to build that self-confidence within you, so then you can pass this exam. That is what I wanted to share with you. This is the end of webinar series for this time. All the best for you all. Thank you.